What's shaking YouTubeites? It's Lords and Lawbox presents the Cover Price Comic Book Shakers of the Week for January 18th. Is this me and JB here? Gonna be a two-man wrecking crew. Speaking of two-man wrecking crew, got to play Dude Brothers when it's the two-man wrecking crew, right? While you guys are congregating, here you go.
I'll start. 1, 2, ready.
The baddest on the microphone apparatus is here. When I rock a rhyme, often eyes are dropping a tear. It's so beautiful, it's America's landscapes when this man makes lyrics like the syrups that you pour upon your pancakes. My mandate is to grip minds like a handshake. Spit Orlando Lakes and go skinny dip with the fan base. Over any damn breakbeat, I hastily make pastries tastier than anything that Wolfgang makes. So take notes out of suckers, I make coats, lump of some like Bubba Gump, fishing on lake boats. I take jokes and turn the comedy into drama. I'm bagging on your mama, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer behind ya. I'm a rhyme writer, lock stock, smoking the ganja. Rebuttals befuddle, leaving a puddle of saliva, sillies. You couldn't handle Randall when I throw my grammar at you. It hit your head and you would think I threw a hammer at you. I point the camera at you like Herb Ritz. Develop it, then use the pictures to pick up bird shits. You're nervous as the impervious wordsmiths hanging out in Rafa's new crib come with the verses.
Now it's officially Shaker Show. JB, say what's good to the people.
What's good, everybody? Man, tonight's show, I guarantee you this. No book will be on this list twice. Not in this show. That ain't happening in this show.
Ultimate free
I
list.
watched the Rewind a Tuesday, and I was like, what is this? This show, completely different. The knowledge that we will share with you tonight. The writers have gone above and beyond, and the books in tonight's list are fantastic. As always, sit back.
There's not that many old books. It's like one, and everything else is relatively like Bronze Age and modern.
Right?
You'd be surprised, yeah,
You'd
man.
be surprised.
So yeah, let's get right started, man. This friends were brought to our friends. This is brought to our friends over at CovrPrice.com. Price guides, collections, and trends. The top 10 we do every Tuesday, and this year's Shakers list. Head on over to CovrPrice.com and see what's shaking. We'll see what's shaking today after we go over these 10 finely curated books that they have selected for us.
So we are going to do a little something special tonight on our trivia. We're going to do a little trivia at the end of the show, folks.
Well, I was just thinking we could do that as well as get something live chat since we told them to leave a comment. So maybe
that's true. We're going to do the comment for sure, but I want to give out a personal book. I'll grab something out of my personal collection, not a Bird City book. I'll tell you what, everybody, I'm getting my ass kicked on 7th grade math, and I'm going to drop a 7th grade math question in the chat. And then we will peruse, the live with Shakers, and we'll see if anybody can solve this 7th grade math. Solve for X, everybody.
And you can't Google it either, so I tried. Yeah. So I was all sponsored by our friends over Bird City Comics. Use discount with LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. Shall we get going? This list comes from our friends CovrPrice, focusing on new sales or the most interesting sales found in their exclusive daily Shakers list. This list changes several times every day, so make sure you check it out every day to review some of the hottest trending books on the market. After we go over this here top 10, we're going to see what's shaking today, boys and girls. And this is the oldest book on the list, and my God, it is rare.
Yeah, this is rare. Shout out to CovrPrice, number 1 on the list. How did you guys find this? Adventures into Disneyland opening day promo, originally published in 1955. Now, Disney is incredible about promoting their attractions and productions. They got an early start right here with this book. The first and only theme park they developed under the watchful eye of Walt Disney himself was Disneyland, and it was set to open on July 17th, 1955. This book was given out as a promotion to those who attended and visited service stations featuring Richfield Oil products, one of the earliest Disney sponsors, and Disney was eager to put some money into Richfield's pockets. Now, these books were newsprint and were never meant to last. It was an era when comics were read and pitched. Jump to today, and it's incredible that any have survived, let alone in high grade. Recently, the lone CGC 9.8 copy of this book hit the market, selling for an incredible $6,050. Now, that's the highest grade and sale price recorded, the nearest being a CGC 8.0 that sold the same day for $528, which is the one we have highlighted, very interestingly enough. Yeah. So there was a sale for $6,050 and a 9.8 on the same day, by the way.
That's some time.
Now, raw copies can be had for much cheaper, with the highest in our database being a reported raw 9.8 copy that sold last year for a paltry $159. Now, this disparity is incredible, with Disney fans willing to pay a high price for a confirmed grade. With such a wealth of history to pull from, this is quite the unique collectible comic fans can add to their collection. But with such a limited number in high quality copies, it's easy to see why it commands such a high price.
Adventure into Disneyland opening day promo from Western Comics on July 17th, 1955. $528 in an 8.0.
Ooh, there's a documentary about this somewhere.
Yeah, right. Nice. It's on Disney Plus. Go peep it out. I mean, it's very interesting. Go to Disney Plus and just look at the on the Disney side, and they have a bunch of stuff about the opening, how it was delayed, how hot it was. I mean, and things were breaking down, but they didn't expect it to be so crowded, but it was amazing. Go check it out. It's on Disney Plus. There's definitely a documentary about it because my girlfriend watched it and I watched it with her. She's a big Disney fan. So Adventure into Disney opening day promo, $528 for 8.0. Damn, that seems like a steal to me, man. Right?
Well, yeah, the 9.8 went for the big money. That's the 6Gs, 6 racks. And by the way, if you're playing at home, that is a drink. If you had TiVo references a documentary on your bingo card.
I was kind of coerced into it since, somebody's H&H.
Well, that's how it works. People are trying to coerce drinks into the crowd here.
There you go. All right, here's one if for you deep-pocketed or old-school collectors out there. You may have this.
Good Lord. Well, TiVo, why are you highlighting this one? Did you make the graphics for this?
Yeah.
You did. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, bro.
What's wrong with it?
All right, here we go. The next one on our list, we've got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1. Originally published in 1962. CGC Pedigree 9.8. You highlighted the wrong book. There's a CGC Pedigree 9.8. Check. Only 2 in existence. Check. All-time high sale of $1,380,000. Enough said. Well, what more is there to say? A lot. And all kidding aside, this was a massive sale to kick off 2024. As you can imagine, bidding was highly intense for this Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1 on the Heritage Comics and Comic Art auction site, with 85 participants registered and all eyes glued to see how high this vintage comic gem could finally reach. We all know you've heard about this book at some point, so there's no need to go into the details or specifics about why it's a key. However, the real meat and potatoes lie in the grade, with only 2 9.8 graded copies of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1 on the planet. This sale placed on a much higher pedestal due to its pedigree status. As per our records, the last comic book sale was a 9.6 in July of last year, which sold for $520K. However, this recent auction made a staggering breakthrough, hailing from the curator pedigree and setting a new record of $1.3 million. Now, this sale is a significant development for the comic book community and signals that the industry is still thriving, even in an uncertain economy.
So, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1 sold at Heritage Auctions for $1.3 million in a 9.8. The most recent sale is this one from January 15th, which I could definitely afford. We can all probably afford this. 1.5, I would do this for only $4,080. You can get a piece of history. And what's funny is it's not even his first appearance, right? It's his second appearance. It's his first solo series, first meetup with Fantastic Four, and the first appearance of the Chameleon, I do believe. So still, damn, 9.8 though. Yeah, 1962. That's pretty good. 1.3 million. But hey,
only 2 9.8s on the planet, man, on the planet. And one of them comes up for auction and goes for 1.3 mil.
Yeah. I wouldn't say on the planet. Now, I've discussed the CGC registry before. Just because you get it graded, it doesn't show up automatically on the registry unless you enter it into the registry. That's how the CGC registry counts.
I don't think it works that way anymore.
Yes, it does. Yeah,
I don't think so.
You don't. It doesn't automatically until you add it to your collection on CGC. Then it shows up as in the CGC census. Does that make sense?
I disagree with you.
I last time I did a dive.
I think you're wrong.
Deep dive into it, and I couldn't find it. Like I looked at what my stuff was. Here's the thing. So I have a CD. Let's say I have anyway, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, December 10th, 1960, $4,080. So on the census, you can leave your book on there and still sell it, and it'll show up. Did you know that?
I think you're confusing the census with something else. I don't
know.
I think if they grade it, it goes on the census regardless of what you think happens to it.
No,
but
because
hey,
it could be graded and it could be sold and nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? So there could be multiple copies out there, is what I'm saying. And last time I checked, that was the thing. Unless CGC has changed the way they do things, from what I understood, and I'll reach out to my friends at CGC and ask them. They're kind of busy right now.
Let's get TJ the Slab Dragon Watson on this channel one day. He'll clear us all up.
So do you know what I'm talking about? So you get your book slabbed, but then you can also add it to your collection in CGC.
Yeah, but I don't think that has anything to do with the census.
That's the census. That
I
is the
doubt it.
census. When you add your book, that's why people should get
That makes no sense. They control
it
it.
does.
If they grade
No,
it, they add it to the census because they
Listen to
graded
me.
it. They added it to the world. They added
Do
it
you
to the
remember when
population.
CDC used to hand
They
out
put
awards
it
for
through
people?
their hands. They're adding it to the world. When it goes out the door, it adds to the
I'm
census.
telling you, man, that's
We
not
can
true.
agree to disagree.
Okay,
You know, we
so
should
do you
have a
remember people
debate
used to
on
get
this one
awards
day.
for getting collections together? Like, and they can get like a series of all 9/8, and you would get like some type of fucking, I don't know. You show up on the CD boards that way. It's something for the CDC boards people to ask. If you
We'll
want to
ask
go
the
into that
judge. Does TiVo's
cesspool
story
of
hold
people.
water?
All right, ASM number one for 1.3 million, but you can get a 4 point. You can get a CC 1.5 for $4,000. How about that? All right, here we go. I told you there's gonna be a lot of modern books on there.
Yeah, this is a run of some interesting modern stuff coming up. So, I'm expecting 0 for 2 on everybody in the chat after the first 2 books. But now the next couple of books, I don't know, man. This is an interesting shaker show. Next up on the list, we've got, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Ame Kame Girls issue number 1.
Sounds right to me.
The Dustin Nguyen 1 in 25, originally published in 2012. Get ready for a wild ride with Ame Kame Girls issue number 1, where DC's iconic ladies leap off the pages in a dazzling new style, all thanks to the artistic wizardry of Dustin Nguyen. This comic isn't just a breath of fresh air, it's a whirlwind of fun and flair, reimagining our favorite heroines in ways we've never seen before. Now, let's talk numbers because they're just as exciting as the comic itself. A near perfect 9.8 near mint copy of this Dustin Nguyen 1 in 25 rarity rocked the market, selling for a cool $6.75 on January 14th. A 9.6 near mint plus edition didn't shy away from the spotlight either, snagging $325 back on December 8th. With a limited number of variants, including a super rare action figure variant in its second series, finding one of these comics is starting to feel like hitting the jackpot. Ame Kame Girls issue number 1 turns the DC universe upside down and shakes it for all the fun it can get, offering a fresh and vibrant take on the characters we thought we knew inside out. This book has become an amazing collector's item and a tribute to the boundless creativity in the world of comics. You're muted, TiVo. And if you had that on your bingo card, take a shot.
Drink. Yeah, when I seen this, Dustin Nguyen is obviously a friend of mine. I've seen him, met him numerous times. I've even interviewed him for the old Lords of Long Box show. When I first saw this, I didn't really think it didn't really look like a Dustin Nguyen cover. I mean, unless you saw his signature there, but it's definitely dope. I mean, it kind of not his typical little Gotham fare. You know what I'm talking about? But Ame Kame Girls number 1, Dustin 1 in 25, and 2012 675 and 9.8.
What do you think of this? By the way, folks, please comment your favorite cover in the comments below if you're watching this on the rewind, or comment whatever. Comment, I'm irritated with JB tonight, or TiVo's lost his damn mind on the CGC census. Whatever you really want to comment, just comment.
Maybe
below.
it was the registry. When it doesn't get counted in the census. Census and registry, same thing, or is it? I don't know, man. I'm trying to still Google that. All right.
Next up,
RTJ, son.
Oh yeah. Next up, we've got Deadpool issue number 45, the Scotty Young Run the Jewels 1 in 50 variant, originally published in 2015. Now, 2015 was a different time, dominated by the Run the Jewels movement, inspired by the hottest hip-hop group of the day. Marvel opted to pay homage and distributed several covers featuring their iconic fist and gun logo. One such book was Howard the Duck. The other was this book. It fits the Deadpool aesthetic, and paired with Scotty Young has become quite the coveted book for those aiming to acquire the final issue in that Deadpool run. Being a 1 in 50, few local comic shops ordered enough to bring this book into stock. Still, those who did saw it sell out quickly. It has been a pretty steady rise over the years, with the most recent CGC 9.8 sale coming in at $1,699. That's a $100 jump from its previous high of $1,100 established late last year. Still, there are only 8 sales in that grade in our database, which is interesting considering there are 62 CGC 9.8 copies on the census. It doesn't trade hands often, but nearly every time it has commanded more. Now, raw copies typically do well also, with the most recent reported near mint, a 9.4, selling for $646 late last year. For fans of Deadpool and Scotty Young, this is an awesome variant to add to the PC.
Yeah, Deadpool number 45, Scotty Young, Run the Jewels, 1 of 50 for 1,709.8. There's arguably, shout out to my man Jose from KRS Comics. He's a big Run the Jewels fan, and this is one of his Grail books. This and What If Deadpool Possessed Venom are the 2 Scotty Young books that I think are holy grails for Scotty Young collectors. That What If Deadpool Possessed Venom Possessed Deadpool book, it was easily pushing like 1,500 in 9.8, and I had like 2 or 3 copies at the time. And just so I can get the last word in because it's my show. Check out this. Go to the boards on the CG forum. How accurate is the CGC census? And they bring up some very interesting points about people like who take their books out of the slab, reslab them, and then they have another 9.8. And then so there's your about having 2 in the world. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Or them selling it and then they end up in somebody else's hands. That is, so I don't know. Deadpool number 45.
For this book, before we move on I want to go back to Deadpool real quick. There's a couple of different things. This is the final issue. I'm a collector of final issues because they're final issues for a reason. The print run was dying. Nobody was buying the book.
Yeah.
So you got a final issue 1 in 50. Man, this one paired up real nice.
In 2015 though, the variant boom was kind of like it was booming, for lack of a better word. All right, one of my favorite series of all time. How about some?
I have bought and sold this book a bajillion times. Good Lord, people have to have this. By the way, why are we looking on our poll? How's the live chat doing tonight? You guys having a good time? If you guys are having a good time, cheers to you.
I think a lot of people got on the board with that Run the Jewels variant.
Cheers to everybody in the live chat. Take a cocktail. If you got a cocktail, go ahead and take a sip. If you got a smoke, take a smoke. We're gonna be here for a little while. Next up, we've got Defenders issue number 17, originally published in 1974. It was a good year. Now, the Defenders were a misfit group of individuals, often led by Doctor Strange and Hulk, but with a rotating cast of members, including Namor, Silver Surfer, Valkyrie, Luke Cage, and others. When they finally made it to the small screen on Netflix, the group consisted of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
Whack.
All good. I knew you were going to say that. All good teams need good villains to fight. And in issue number 17, Marvel introduced us to the Wrecking Crew. The group, led by the Wrecker, were hardened criminals looking for a way out of jail when approached by a plan by Dr. Elliot Franklin to retrieve a gamma bomb. They end up being defeated by the Defenders, who had help from Luke Cage. Amazingly, Marvel showed these B-list villains some love when the MCU introduced them in the She-Hulk series. And man, that was horrible. The first appearance of the Wrecking Crew is a tough book to gem mint, as there are only 7 9.8s on the census.
Don't you say it? Oh, God damn it.
Out of 277 universally graded copies.
It's pretty rare.
Pretty rare. When a 9.8 hit the market, a collector shelled out big bucks to the tune of $1,052 to acquire this minor key, which was double the previous sale. Even though the MCU might be done with the Wrecking Crew, it doesn't appear that collectors are ready to give up on them. Are you kidding me? $1,000 for this? Holy shit.
So, I mean, the Wrecking Crew is the most interesting. Defenders number 17 from November 1st, 1974. 9.8 for 1,000 bones. I mean, they are interesting team. They're like these just kind of fucking
I love
meatheads that
Defenders. I love
stumble
Defenders.
upon these a wrench, I think a crowbar, a wrecking ball, something else that were all enchanted as guardian weapons at one point.
Shut up.
Yeah, you didn't
Are
know
you
that? I
kidding
mean,
me?
that's where the powers came from.
That's
And
awesome.
the Defenders team with Doctor Strange, Submariner, or Doctor Strange, Submariner, Hulk, and Silver Surfer, I'll put them up against anybody, and they would mop the floor with them.
Dude,
And
that original teams, that's so powerful. Doctor Strange was way overpowered for his day,
yeah,
man.
but then Silver Surfer, and then the Hulk, and then But I mean, there were some great stories in Defenders run, and it always was so dark, and then it ended up being really supernatural. Like there was always demons. There was some cool who's that demon guy, the demon fighter or demon guy. He was a demon fighter hero. And they used to always Doctor Strange is I need help, and he was gather a bunch of dudes, and they would go to some nether realm and fight these monsters. But yeah, the Defenders really went really supernatural, kind of dark, demonic.
Of course, man. If you got Doctor Strange involved, it had to be trippy.
Yeah, get ready for an offer because I have never seen this in my life.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Motherfucker!
Next up, we've got Die Hard Year 1, Issue 1, Cover D, originally published in 2009 from Boom Studios. Now, in the heart of the comic cosmos, certain issues don't just tell a story, they become legendary echoes of iconic narratives. Enter Die Hard, Year 1, Issue 1, specifically the Cover D 1 in 25 incentive variant, a 2009 masterpiece from Boom Studios. This series delves into the pre-heroic exploits of John McClane, unfolding a gripping narrative against the backdrop of New York's tumultuous past, boasting the iconic catchphrase, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Sprawled across its cover, this edition, like a cinematic freeze frame, encapsulates the essence of the Die Hard legacy. On January 15th, 2024, one of the only 4 total recorded sales came through at $100 in a VF. That's 70885 if you want to know what the range is. Raw condition, whether it's the allure of Die Hard's prequel narrative or the rarity embedded in every page, this issue invites enthusiasts to join the ensemble and revel in the pursuit of a piece of cinematic comic history.
Interesting. For the first appearance of John McClane, right, in the comic books. So yeah, the name of the character I was looking for, his name was Devil Slayer, but I do believe Son of Satan was also as part of the Defenders at one time.
Son of
Hellcat.
Satan's in there a couple times.
Yeah, it's a ton. They call it the non-team team. Look at Tim Brandt killing it, 3 for 6. All right, man.
Damn, Timothy.
Well, let's see. He's probably got this one, and this one maybe, or this one. I mean, definitely not this one, but
Definitely
like I
not
said,
that
it's
one.
definitely not an offer list. So it's pretty modern. So Die Hard Year 1, Cover D from Boom Studios, January 1st, 2009 for 100 bones in a raw VF. Damn, that's crazy.
$100.
You would think that people would buy it during Christmas time, right? Because it's arguably a Christmas movie, but what are you going to do?
It is a Christmas movie. What are you talking about?
I have a better movie than that for Christmas.
Better than Die Hard.
Violent Night.
Violent Night.
Santa
Now,
Claus.
TiVo, is this something we
shit.
should or should not be watching?
You should definitely watch it. I
So
think it's called
is this
Violent Night.
things that we should be watching that TiVo watched?
It's definitely Christmas music.
That's a drink on your bingo card, everybody.
It's definitely a Christmas movie. It's Santa Claus fighting terrorists, and he just wrecks shit. Because in this origin story, Santa Claus used to be a Viking way back when. And so he likes to just beat the shit out of people with hammers. And he's drunk.
With
and everything.
hammers.
But it's got magical Christmas stuff to it. Like he's got a naughty old nice wish. And it's got the feels of a Christmas movie. You know what I'm saying? So what do you yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's
watch,
all
I
kind
think
of
it's called Violent
Christmassy
Night.
feels when you're smashing Viking heads with a hammer.
Yeah, they can't just call it Violent Santa. So I think they call it Violent Night. Silent Night, Holy Night, whatever. All right. Here's another chance to get on board, I think.
Man, if you're playing along at home, that's a couple shots already. Next up, we've got G.I. Joe America's Elite.
Damn, 1 in 200.
Issue number 11. Retailer incentive. Yeah, 1 in 200. Good Lord.
Damn.
Originally published in 2006 from Devil's Due Publishing. Now, They fight for freedom wherever there is trouble. G.I. Joe is there.
Oh Lord.
Damn right.
Pork
One of
chop
Hasbro's
sandwiches. That's a deep cut.
Being one of Hasbro's best known IPs has caused the G.I. Joe license to be passed around from Marvel Comics in 1982 to Dark Horse in 1996 to IDW in 2008 to Skybound Entertainment in 2023. Now, G.I. Joe has had an interesting place in our culture and comic history. The term GIA has been around since the 1930s and used to describe anything that was government issued. The first G.I. Joe toy was produced in 1964 and is considered to be the world's first action figure.
G.I. Joe with a Kung Fu grip.
With the Kung Fu grip. In 1982, G.I. Joe was reimagined and Cobra became the foe of the Joes. Now, there's been a lot of fan interest in Larry Hama continuing the older ongoing series, as well as the Energon shared universe that includes original and Transformer characters. This sale is likely a combination of renewed interest in the property and an opportunity to get this hard-to-find book. Given this was a 1 in 200 ratio variant on issue number 11, this variant is harder to find than snake eyes on a dark night. Now, some lucky operators scored a 9.8 for $700. Yo, Joe.
What was Devil's Due Publishing even doing with the 1 in 200 variant in 2006 on a issue number 11? I mean, I'm trying to think, like, in 2006, is that the right date? I don't have a typo, right? It's 2006.
Yeah.
That's even crazier. In 2006, they were doing a 1 in 200 ratio. But yeah, man, G.I. Joe America's Elite number 11, 1 in 200 Devil's Due Publishing, man. Okay, CGC
shout out to the chat. By the way, Timothy, I can't quit my day job. I'm gonna stay at home down.
There you go. All right, what do we got next? Oh,
ooh, lordy. Next up, we've got Kabuki, Fear the Reaper, issue number 1. Originally published in 1994 from Caliber Press. Renowned comic book artist, writer David Mack created Kabuki, who first appeared in this issue as an assassin of the Japanese government agency, the No. The agency enforces a strict police state targeting all that challenges the balance of crime and order, including politicians, businessmen, and gangsters alike. Now, there are only 73 graded copies of this book, 39 being universal and 28 being signed. Of the 73, there are only 10 graded 9.8s, with the black cover most likely contributing to these low numbers. Unsurprisingly, with these low census numbers, a graded 9.8 sold for a record high of $479 on the 14th of January, which is over $150 more than the last sale. Now, Kabuki may not be a household name, but high-grade independent books are starting to demand a premium for collectors.
That's interesting. So Kabuki Fear the Reaper issue number 1 is from Caliber Press in 1994. Is their first appearance. CGC 9.8, $479. 1994, this was riding the wave of bad girl comics. You remember the good girl phase of the 50s? This was straight up the bad girls. Kabuki, Witchblade, Dark Child, all these, you name it. I meant She. Remember that book, She?
All black cover. This has got to be an impossible 9.8. Look at this thing.
Yeah. Interesting fun fact about David Mack. Did you know he taught sign language in like third world countries?
No way.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram because he was, obviously creator of Echo. So he's talking about how he used to teach sign language to other to like either in like poor neighborhoods or another country, something like that. Very interesting though that he did that, and then he created Echo. Go figure. Go full circle. All right, let's get thick with it.
Oh man, good Lord. Now, before we get to the last two on the list, shout out to the 90 plus strong in the live chat. let's all take a moment and hit that thumbs up. All right, next up, we've got Street Fighter Summer Sports Special issue number 1, the Focus Attack exclusive, originally published in 2018. Now, Street Fighter Summer Sports Special has proven to be more than just a comic run. It's a fusion of gaming legends, summer vibes, and exclusive artistry. This special issue doesn't just showcase combat, it unveils the iconic character Chun-Li, Cammy, and newcomer Mana. Engaging in summer sports, this Focus Attack exclusive variant is an online gem that features an exclusive Chun-Li cover inspired by Nicki Minaj's Chun-Li single cover. There it is. Yeah. Which was inspired by a gem that featured inspired by Chun-Li herself. Sorry. In a meta-visual homage, Street Fighter's leading lady graces the cover, dressed in blue and gold, with an outfit adorned in Street Fighter's unmistakable SF branding. As of January 14th, 2024, this exclusive piece commanded $355 in a CGC 9.8 condition, with 25 total recorded sales, amplifying its shaker effect. The fun doesn't stop here either. There are 6 summer sports special covers in total to collect. Show that one more time. Let me see Nikki up there. Good Lord. Holy moly.
But you know what? This Street Fighter Summer Sports Special number 1, Focus Attack exclusive from Udon Comics, 355 and a 9.8, came out in 2018. In the video games, they show her at different various times pretty thick from the bottom down, like her doing her kicks and everything. I mean, you know, I don't want to suggest you do anything about looking up certain animated.
Yeah, don't be looking at it.
But let's just say there's some interesting animated 3D stuff you can find on Street Fighter and Chun-Li. But I digress. What do we have for the last one? Then we'll see what's shaking and give away some shit.
All right, folks, this is the last read of the night. Shout out to the writers over at CovrPrice. Get yourself on over to coverprice.com. We're going to go ahead and peruse the live shakers list after this read. We're going to drop a trivia question for the math heads who can help me with some 7th grade math. And then we are going to pull a comment from this last Tuesday's show and give away some comic books. So stick around, folks. Next up, Transformers issue number 1, 2023 Skybound Employee Holiday Foil. Since this book debuted just before Christmas of last year, there hasn't been much time for slab copies to return from grading companies like CGC and CBCS. That said, with Skybound Comics expansion and success with their shared universe of Void Rivals, Duke, Cobra Commander, and Transformers comics, fans of the 1980s staples have been snatching up copies of each book, making the initial launch title a hot one. This Skybound Employee Holiday Foil is one of the rare variants of the first issue, given out only to a select few handful of comic folk, and CovrPrice recorded 2 near mint raw sales last week, averaging around $409. The new Transformers reboot by Daniel Warren Johnson has become a huge hit for Skybound Comics, selling out the first issue at the distributor level in the fall of 2023, with many of the 52 variants of Transformers number 1 selling well in the aftermarket. This could be the rare one to keep hunting for in the future.
Transformers number 1 Skybound Employee Holiday Foil Edition Raw Dog for December 25th, sold on January 1st for $409. I mean, this cover doesn't really do it for me, man. I'm sorry. So there's some of the new Void Rival covers that just don't, you know what I'm saying? The variants, some of the variants are cool, but I mean, it's kind of quiet. They've kind of quieted down. I mean, maybe they're waiting for has the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover finally happened yet for Ford Rivals? Has that come out yet?
I am not up to snuff. I know Duke came out, didn't it? I
Yeah.
believe that one came out. We know Transformers came out.
Yeah.
No
All right.
Don Kabuki 0 for 10. Look at you. All right. I dropped the link for last Tuesday's show. If you have not already dropped a comment, I'm talking to the 103 in the live right now. Go over, hit that link, go to this Tuesday's show, drop a comment, any comment. JB's irritating, TiVo's out his mind, whatever you want on there. We're going to pull a comment from that show here shortly and give away some of Miss Laura's Bird City Comics exclusives. And also, I am dropping a question in the chat. And the first person to actually solve this.
For all you math heads. I mean, math heads. Oh, sorry.
This is 7th grade math, people.
We'll see about that. So let's head over to CovrPrice website. This is the weekly top 10, utterly dominated by Ultimate Spider-Man, and I just rewatched Spider-Man Far From Home, the one with the three Peters and the Sinister Six. Good movie, man. Right in the feels. I tell you, man. But we're here to see what's shaking today, boys and girls, and I have at least 2 on this top 10. Look at that. Marvel Spotlight number 5 and Giant Size X-Men number 1. I have this as well. Do I? Oh, I may be missing this. First Prince of Juggernaut. I know I have 11.
I have that book raw.
Let's look at this. Action Comics number 12 from 1939. Wow, look at that. Zatara. 7,500 for a 0.5, folks.
A 0.5.
Highest known value, a CC 4.0 for 22 grand. Not a first appearance or anything, just pretty dope. I'm assuming Zatara is the magician that is AC Zatanna's father. Is he any relation to her?
1939.
That is nuts.
That's crazy.
Let's see what this is. The magazine. This magazine is haunted. Yes, it is. Look at those colors, man. I am Dr. Death. Enter my magazine and see the horrors of the damned. Gosh darn. This magazine is haunted from Fawcett Comics 1953. 2,100 for 4.5 and 8.0. So this week, an 8.0. So this week for 1,100, boys and girls. 1,100. There's gold in there's EC horror books, man. The usual. I got this wizard book. I have this.
You have that one?
Too. Yeah. I have the regular edition number 1. I don't have like the special whatever.
I'm never getting a freaking ASM 129.
I traded mine for Strange Tales 110. Look at this. I do believe this is the first meeting of Miles and Peter Parker.
Ooh, that's the variant. Yeah,
Julian Totino Tedesco 150.
150.
First appearance of Miles Morales from Earth 616, an evil version of the character who later becomes Ultimatum. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, these are all the
that's the regular cover over there.
Yeah. Maybe this isn't the first meeting.
Because there's saying that wrong. Sarah Pacelli? Is it Pacelli?
Pacelli.
Sarah
Pacelli. Look at that. There we go. Blonde and the red.
Oh, winner!
Somebody got your math question?
Holy shit, that is correct.
Wow.
90 MFC. Congratulations to you. Reach out to me on Instagram. I'm giving you a book out of my personal collection. 90.
Now tell us how you got it. Did you actually do the math or did you Google it?
Oh, no. This was the final question for my daughter to get extra credit. And we had to work it out. And it was... You got to remember, man, you cannot divide fractions. You must times the invert. And that's where you forget that. Good stuff, man.
I give up. Archie Comics issue number 50 from 1951. Look at that. No, Archie, this is Veronica. You called the wrong number. What if you come over to my house? I'll refund your nickel. Jeez, back when a phone call cost a nickel on a payphone. $930 for a raw dog. Highest known value, 6.5 and a 4,200 bones, man. There's a lot of innuendo in those.
Wait a minute. Wait. Timothy says that Action was the first advertisement for Detective Comics 27.
No shit.
With Batman in it.
Let's see.
Look at the chat. Shout out to Timothy. Good shit.
Is it noted as such? No, it's not.
90 doesn't have IG. DiscoveryBayComics at gmail.com. DiscoveryBayComics, all one word, at gmail.com.
I still have my Iron Fist #1. There's a G.I. Joe book. I think I sold that though. Damn it. There's I heard the White Vision's coming back. They're gonna do it, and Wonder Man. Remember how Wonder Man was announced and was canceled? I heard he's actually they're back on the board. They're gonna he may be under the Marvel Spotlight miniseries. Look at that. Wings
So
Comics.
you watched all 6 episodes of Echo, right?
Yeah, it's all right.
And this is all I have to say. I don't want to be completely spoiler. I'm going to be spoiler free, but not be spoiler free to anybody who's watching, and you may potentially still watch it. But I'm going to go back to Echo and She-Hulk, and I feel like the last two or three things that Marvel has released on Disney Plus, they get to the final episode and they literally shit themselves.
Yeah, I feel
they
I don't think
shit themselves in the last episode of all.
I don't think they shit themselves. It was definitely a bit
strong.
of a letdown. Yeah,
what they did in the Secret Wars or the Secret Invasion was a joke. My daughter could have wrote the end.
Well, that was
ridiculous. The She-Hulk where she starts that was ridiculous. This with the power that was ridiculous.
I kind of dug that kind of
Get the hell out of here.
Native American mysticism. I dug that, but in
the very end, just out of nowhere, just boom.
Yeah. So Wings Comics, another blonde.
I'll give it to you. You want some? You want some? I'll give it to you over there. I'll give it to you over there. We'll just give it to everybody who needs it.
CGC 5.5 for $600. Look at that. Never. Where's Nora when you need her? Right. I mean, these are all her books. Strapped on to an airplane. That doesn't seem very safe. Kind of like that flight that took off and the damn door flipped open. People just sitting there minding.
Hector said there was a Spawn 1 newsstand up on that list. Was there a newsstand copy? Yeah, there was. Go back down. You missed it.
Yeah, probably.
Right there. That's a newsie.
Yeah.
What's the difference in price? Let's show the difference in price between a 1992 book, that was produced outrageously, right? The print run on this thing is ridiculous.
There was a ton of newsstand variants on this too, because
you bought a newsstand, right? Didn't you buy your first copy was a newsie?
Yeah, I bought it at a fucking gas station or a liquor
store.
Bought it
at 7-Eleven, baby.
It was at a liquor store or something like that. I remember coming home, getting a pack of Marlboro Reds on my way home, and then I just saw it on the shelf. Yeah, so here's the regular. So highest, this is 655 and a 9.8 Malbosia. I didn't know how to say that until I actually saw the animated series.
Oh, I've been saying that wrong. Say it again.
Malbosia.
Oh man, I have never said that right once.
How'd you say it? Malabogia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Malbosia. Yeah. You don't even know until you actually. I think it was in the HBO run. I used to have this 1.C Spawn number 230. Kind of Todd homaging himself when he did the Batman cover.
Which the story behind that cover is pretty slick, that he didn't have enough time, so he just made the whole cover cape.
Yeah. Godzilla's been super hot recently. Look at this. Strange Tales. What's up with this, son? Strange Tales 105 from 1962. $530 for a raw VF. $4,500 for a 9.6. That seems like a steal to me, even though, I mean, it's 1962, no major first appearances or anything, but still cool to have something that old. Oh, the old
in
rifleman.
that condition, yeah.
Oh,
this is the famous Rifleman one. Go back up to it. It's a famous one. Come on.
Oh, is it this? It's because the
innuendo. Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Curious, man.
Come on. Look at the innuendo. Get out of here.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. You get your mind out of the gutter, man.
Come on.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man. Oh, yeah. It's time to stop. 654. Let's give away some stuff, shall we?
Okay, so I'll drop you want me to drop the link again, or you just want me to pull it up? Because I'm not. No warning. Where's the seamless transition? You're killing me, man.
We're running at 654 already, so let's just
654. All right. Well, let me pull it up so everybody kind of hang out. We're gonna give away a book. If you have not made a comment on last Tuesday's show, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a comment from last Tuesday's show, and then that comment, the winner of said comment, can reach out to me And
What are you giving away?
I'm giving away some books. Don't make me go get the books right now, man. I'm
I
multitasking here.
I thought they
I'm
were reachable.
multitasking here. 6 divided by 7, TiVo. Come on.
2.5.
34 comments. All right, everybody. Shout out to everybody who stuck around to the very end for this. We really do appreciate you. Even the rewind. Shout out to the rewind.
You subscribe to win. Don't just hit the like
button. You got to
button.
be a subscriber. You got to be subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you're enjoying the comment, if you're enjoying the banter, if you enjoy the music, if you enjoy the writing, if you enjoy CovrPrice, any of it, give us a thumbs up. And the winning comment from last Tuesday's top 10 show is...
Oh, you're not going to share the screen?
Oh, I didn't fucking share the screen. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's kind of anticlimactic, but all right. Yeah.
That is shitty.
You got to see the whole process, right? Or somebody's going to yell, liar, cheat, like the early days of like...
it's there now. I have to share. I'm just going to share it now.
Well, the early days.
There it is.
Those.
Can you see it?
Yeah, 19 Cohiba 75.
19 Cohiba 75. It's a mystery prize. Hey man, seamless Lord's Trent. This is that high quality production value.
That ad you got running there with
that high quality production Love Island on Peacock. Right. Good Lord. I need to turn that shit off.
Hey, he's in the live chat. Congratulations, man.
19 Cohiba 75. Reach out to me. Where's the thing at? We got the things there.
Oh,
there it is. Reach out to me on the Instagram.
All right, JB, great show. Any last words, please?
I'll keep it short and sweet. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you guys. And as always, don't forget, we had a good time. Peace.
Yeah, for Laura, JB, Marty, Matt Damon, who can make it. He'll be back on Tuesday's Top 10 show. We'll see you guys Tuesday for the CovrPrice Top 10. Have a great weekend. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging into the long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and make it, pull it back. Oh my God. Somebody show that weapon. Hold on and get some, boy. In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind. Now that's a name I've not heard. In this, you shall know that the Lord is shake and bake and pull it back. In this, you shall know that the Lord is in this, you shall know that the Lord is Go on and get some, boy. Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is. In this, you shall know that the Lord is What's in the box?